Hello and welcome back to the Tournament Center. I'm Randy Bueller, time for another deck tech, and we've got Martin Yuza.
Hello.
Welcome, one of the hottest players in the game right now. You've been flying all over the world, you've been winning, putting up Pro Tour points. You came into this event, was it 13 behind Yuya Watanabe?
Yeah, 13.
So got to post a really excellent result here, but the deck that you put together, you just finished posting a 5-1. You got to feel really good about this deck.
It was my friend who built this deck. It's Ivan Flach. He's a Slovakian guy, and I think he did a really good job.
So tell us how it works, kind of a green-white.
It's just like a regular aggro deck.
Okay.
But you have like everything you need. You have life gain, you have big guys, you have removal, you have planeswalkers.
Right, so Baneslayer sitting up top, along with Emeria Angel. That's sort of a nice top of the curve.
Emeria Angel is the card that makes the deck really good.
Okay, that's kind of where I thought you were going to go. Emeria Angel is awesome in terms of putting guys into play. Like Knight of the Reliquary seemed really nice with Emeria, right?
Yeah.
You go get the fetch land first, you crack that, you get the regular land, 2 lands. And now Lotus Cobra is a card that, you know, when Zendikar spoilers first went out, people were like, oh my god, Lotus Cobra, this card's amazing. But then it wasn't really showing up, but now here it is.
Well, it's probably the worst card in the deck.
Interesting.
It's not good, but it's fine because like sometimes you go turn 3 Baneslayer and they don't have the removal and you just win.
Okay.
So yeah,
I mean that's a nice acceleration package here, right? Hierarchs
and the
Cobras.
good thing about Cobra is like it always is the removal. Then you play the Baneslayer and like, oh man.
So yeah, either they remove that, or if they can't remove it, maybe they can't remove Baneslayer. That's the idea.
Sort of, or just if they bolt the Cobra and they can bolt the Angel, it's still fine for me.
And I mean, the suite of spells here is also awesome, right? You got a nice removal package with the paths, the pulses, a couple behemoth sledges, and then yeah, you were saying 4 planeswalkers sort of attacks them from every angle, every angle.
I would play 4 else, but I don't want to draw 2, so I'm playing one Garruk. Garruk is really bad. Maybe I should have played Ajani, but it has been good today.
Yeah, I saw Ajani in some other Emeria Angel decks. That seemed really nice to sort of all your tokens keep growing and growing.
But the thing is, if you don't have the Emeria Angel, the Ajani is not that great.
Okay.
Like pumping your Cobra and Hierarch doesn't seem very much.
Now, tell me how good Marshall Ku's been. I mean, there's not a lot of Wrath of God in this format.
I had 1 slot main, and I decided to go with the Coop because I expected a lot of green whites. It's been good today.
Now, tell me about the sideboard.
This is for like the Crypt Graveyard deck, Valakut decks, Artifact decks, like Joel's Font of Mythos, everything.
Okay.
Boros, aggro decks, even Jund.
Okay. Luminarch Ascension.
Yeah, this Luminarch Ascension is like control decks, and more Wrath of God for the mirror matches.
Now, what was the field you were expecting coming to this? It sounds like you thought Green-White was going to be a fairly significant player. I'm sure you had Jund as the most expected, but what were you guys expecting?
Jund, Green-White, Boros, like the 3 most played decks. Probably, I expected more Valakut decks.
Okay.
Like the Rem deck. But yeah, that's probably it.
That's about the only piece you feel like you missed? The field showed up more or less the way you expected?
I expected Chapin to play a control deck, but
right, something with like 4 colors, cool,
yeah,
you made him on top, got that part right. That was not a difficult prediction, probably. And now, 5-1, and the one loss was to a pretty weird, like, Joel Califell, like,
fog
turbo
deck,
fog, essentially, right?
Unless I draw 2 pulses and 2 acidic slams, I can win. I didn't, so I lost it.
Now, would you change anything? Do you feel this was the right deck? If you had it to run over again, what would you do?
No, I don't think I would change a single card.
And now, tell me how you're feeling about the Player of the Year race at this point. 12 rounds of Swiss left, maybe a Sunday.
Well, we'll see. 6-0 would have been better, but we'll see. Yeah.
You got something cool brewed up for Extended?
Yeah, actually I do.
Maybe we'll see you back talking to you in a couple days again. I saw a lot of green-white this week. I mean, a bunch of people had different takes on it. So
the different thing about this deck is the Borderland Ranger. Most of the people play something else. This is good against Jund. Like it's good with the Marshall Coast with like the Wrath of God plan.
Sure.
There is the 3/4 land for like Knight. If they go Wrath of God, you can just go for this land, and after you make a guy, you still get to attack. 8 fetch lands, Emeria Angel, Baneslayers.
Seems good. I mean, it seems like one of the real players in the format. And,
it's fine.
Different people had sort of different details, but I mean, a bunch of people arrived at a similar skeleton anyway. Like Knight of the Reliquary, Emeria Angel, Baneslayer, some man acceleration, maybe Cobra, maybe not. It's a lot of the same skeleton, but a couple different directions. Not clear if we've settled on exactly the right version of this deck, but definitely a player. Definitely something worth shuffling up, trying out. If you're trying to understand Standard, this is one of the decks. If you don't feel like playing Jund, here's a very viable option. Yeah.
I agree. It has everything you want. I mean, it's live gating, planeswalkers, everything. Maybe if like the sort of fog deck like is becoming popular, you can just change this for a Duress or something.
Okay.
Well, that might help.
Well, good luck. Got to feel pretty good about your day one result. Good luck the rest of the way. Stay tuned to the Tournament Center. We'll keep bringing you coverage of Worlds all weekend long.